Happy Monday and welcome to another Motivational Monday. Before we hop into this podcast today, I first want to say thank you for being here. You could be watching or listening to anything right now, yet here you are. Without you, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, and I wanted to take a moment to tell you thank you. Also, if we're not connected on other social media platforms, I would love to invite you over there as well, because starting this week, I will be sharing more on Instagram of my daily life behind the scenes, and on Facebook, I'm planning on posting an early morning motivation to get you going on your day. Those links can be found down below in the description box, and we'll start tomorrow. Last week, we talked about stop talking about it and be about it. Let me tell you, I took that to heart in my life, and to be honest, is why you only got 2 videos last week. See, I've been talking about writing this book, and while I have been working on a lot of the prep work on my story, I haven't really been working as hard as I could towards getting it going. I had great intentions, just not so much great action, and that leads me to today's topic, intentions. Make sure you stay tuned to the end because I'm going to share 3 of my top tips to taking those great intentions straight into inspired action. The definition of intention is this: a thing intended, an aim, or a plan. There's nothing wrong with setting your intentions. Many people will spend a bit of time before they go to sleep to set their intentions for the next day. For some, that is a great brain dump session to allow them to rest well, knowing that they are already hashed through some of the details. Others might spend a few moments at the beginning of the day to set their intentions for the day and what they need to focus on to get where they want to be at the end of the day. Either process is wonderful. I also know there are many who do not set any intentions and just fly by the seat of their pants. And if that works for you, then keep doing it. I am a Virgo, a natural Virgo, and planning is a must for me. Otherwise, I can have a bit of anxiety or feel like I walk through the motions of the day not really accomplishing a whole lot. My husband, however, is not a planner. When he knows he needs to get something done, he schedules it on his day off, and that's that. Personally, I think many husbands get off pretty easy, but that's not here nor there. So having intentions are great, but it can't just stop there. Intentions without action are just another to-do list that you are putting off doing. Creating intentions is the first step to moving forward, but until you actually move, nothing has been done. I completely understand about setting intentions and finding vision and the importance of both. Action without intentions is just busy work. Intentions with action, however, is fulfilling your purpose in this life, or at least gaining momentum to discover what your life purpose is. For some, they say their parenting is their life's purpose, but you cannot indeed parent without having children under your care to raise, and at some point that evolves too, or it should, into where less action is needed. Others may say their life's purpose is to stand up for those who've been wronged. That purpose cannot be fulfilled without actually standing up, which is indeed an action. Intentions do not have a voice, but action does. Intention is a quiet whisper that only you can hear. Action carries that whisper into a song that is heard by everyone. Intentions begin with creative energy, but that flame dies when action is not the next step. However, when that flame is given life, or oxygen, it begins to grow, and if it's healthy, it will grow fast. Last week after my podcast, I realized that I was lacking action to truly follow through with the intentions I have set. So even though I had finished my outline, I needed to indeed start writing. Now let me first say this, before I go any further. Writing is not just an action. It takes a creative flow that is inspired by intention and action. And without the creative part, the action has no momentum. Simply putting words on a document that doesn't make a book. It simply just makes a document full of words. We can set our intention to spring clean our homes, but if we're not really cleaning those blinds, the baseboards, organizing things, what are we really doing? We're shuffling clutter, doing a quick tidy, perhaps just being busy. Action is not just busy work. So, on this Monday, I challenge you to explore the intentions that you are wanting to see come to fruition into your life and determine what action you indeed need to take to succeed. Here are 3 of my best tips to get you started. 1. Don't overthink it. Too many times we spend and waste those precious moments worrying about the details. As someone who is detail-oriented, I completely understand. But when I stop doubting myself, stop overthinking of the steps to take, and simply just start, I can find that I wasted much more time doing those things than it really takes to jump in and just get going. Number 2, push past the pain. Let's face it, change is painful at times, really painful. Even if the change is something you want more than life itself, it's hard. And let me tell you why. We become creatures of habit. Habits become easy. Habits become something that we no longer have to think about. We simply just go on autopilot. So to change our route to the point that we have to be aware of the little details that we often either ignore or just overlook is a bit distracting at times. It's almost like we have to put the blinders on where we cannot look to the left or to the right. And we simply have to stay on our own course. And that, my friends, can be very painful. I know it shouldn't be, but sometimes we feel left out if we're just in our own little world for too long. But guess what? We don't have to know what's going on around us. Most times, no one's even wondering where you are or what you're doing. Number 3, be flexible. I know. This sounds like a double-edged sword, and I'm not trying to confuse you. As a natural type A personality, I can get focused and then get frustrated when something comes up and I either get distracted or I have to stop and take care of something for someone else, or tackling the whatever it is I'm focusing on is not going to fit into the schedule of the rest of my life in that moment. Let's face it, I am much like you. I'm not solely responsible for just myself. If I was and only had my schedule to worry about, you can bet that I would be further in my writing and much more. Many times I'm balancing work, home, family, writing, and soon becoming an entrepreneur and creating a business that not only inspires you to live your best life, but actually teaches you how. I hope that this week will be a full week of inspiration for you in one way or another. This week I actually have a plan for a lot of videos, and tomorrow I will be sharing a recipe of one of the most delicious things I have made in a long time. I mean, it is slap your mama good, but please, never slap your mama. Hug her instead. If you liked today's video, I would be grateful if you would give it a thumbs up. It really does help my channel out. If you're new here and haven't yet, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And if you don't want to miss a video, make sure you hit that bell so that you can be notified every time I have a new video or a community post. All are free to do. Thank you again for being such a positive part of my channel here on YouTube. And I will see you guys for tomorrow's video. Bye.